35 seconds of logos.
You're just jealous that I got Dorothy.
Well, unless Henry is gender fluid, I don't see a reason why he would be jealous at cross-dressing as Dorothy.
Next American Idol? Or a fat schlub like you?
Obvious spoiled kid is obvious. I'm gonna guess the reason Todd was put up for adoption was because his spoiled behavior proved too much for his parents to handle, who were likely at fault for it anyway.
I am not going down in flames because of you.
Don't worry, Todd, it's not this fat schlub as you quote it who's gonna make you go down in flames.
Are you excited? I can barely contain myself.
Sarcasm.
You know, it wouldn't hurt you to try just a little bit harder.
This is exactly what Melora Hardin also said to the screenwriters of this terrible movie.
Please, just bear with us.
Sister Francesca can also sense that this entire film is gonna flop big time. Man, it feels like everyone can sense it, and we're only 2 minutes into this 100-minute film. Also, Sister Francesca is clearly wearing lipstick, and from what I understand, nuns are actually forbidden to use any form of cosmetics.
Tell them, Toto.
You see, that's not trying hard enough, Henry. It wasn't the crawling or the barking Mary was talking about earlier, it was the lack of acting skills. How in the ever-loving fuck did this orphanage manage to find a fairy costume large enough to fit Walter Crunk in such short notice? Hell, they didn't even have time to change the casting of the programs. This is honestly the biggest mystery of the entire film, if you ask me.
Over here, under the house.
The Good Witch of the North is right behind you, you moron. That one moment when a stage destruction caused by a malfunctioning machine was the best part of this otherwise boring stage play. What the hell? They got 2 orphans to play Toto? This is all your fault, Stare.
I will finally be able to stop hustling in dumps like this.
Cameramen once again filming the actors talking to each other in private about this movie.
I'm shaking in my very expensive shoes.
With this obvious sarcasm coming from Earl, how does Eddie not realize that he's more than likely found someone much more bigger and athletic as the opponent? Also, Rich Jerkface remarks about the expensiveness of his clothes cliche. Of course.
And played the good witch when nobody else would.
Yes, and that went so well.
Sister Francesca would be great at Cinema Sins 2 expansion. First time I've ever said that a nun would be a great sinner.
If you don't have it, I'm gonna give you a little taste of what's in store.
You want me to hit him?
That would be very effective.
But we're not in New Orleans right now. You said you would give Eddie a taste of what's in store if he doesn't have the money post New Orleans. Did time fly so quickly?
Hitting him only hinder your chances, no?
Even Red Rum would be great at Cinema Sins 2 expansion.
Hit the guy!
After getting punched in the face by a heavyweight fighter, Eddie somehow hasn't suffered so much as a nosebleed, or even a black eye. And thus starts the overdose of toilet humor jokes in a movie simply made to make fun of the Big Show's size. There is no way in hell Henry can't see the obvious fire hitting the ground and growing bigger, or feel the sudden rise in temperature. This movie really likes to poke fun at logic.
Oh no.
See? Walter can smell the fire from all the way near the bathroom, and yet Henry, who's literally beside the fucking fire, can't? Good lord, this shit is stupid.
Enough money to pay all our bills.
Place of business is falling apart due to financial problems, and it's up to our protagonist to save that cliche. It's one of those movies.
We could order takeout.
3 times a day, every day, 365 days a year? Not likely.
I understand you have a job to do.
Oh my god, that is the worst accent attempt I've ever heard. Skip!
Give us one more chance.
Okay,
What?!
that is the worst accent I have ever heard.
Hey, that's what I said. Concussion. And now we have to sit through nearly a full minute of Eddie walking back and forth debating on whether or not he should pray.
Huge fan. I love your work.
In one of the worst movies I've ever seen, I've now seen the worst prayer ever, and I've heard cringe attempts at praying before. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to confess my sins. Oh, wait a minute, I sin all the time.
I'm a knucklehead.
Roll credits. No, seriously, please roll the credits already. Alter falling out of the window, coincidentally at the moment Eddie is begging for a sign of Jesus.
If you're looking to be a 3-time champion...
3-time champion? Okay, let me ask, has anybody wanted to get into MMA fighting with the purpose of becoming a 3-time champion right on the dot, instead of a 4-time or even a 10-time champion? Eddie repeating the scenes from his promo video.
What do you think?
I think you're an idiot.
And that's just what I was about to say.
Call me Eddie.
See, the thing is, Eddie.
That line alone makes it pretty obvious that Eddie and Mary are gonna hook up by this film's end. It's been done in so many movies.
Take a minute, take 2.
Jesus, is literally everybody clumsy in this movie? Did the director just walk up to the actors and say, okay, you need to walk outside, but act all clumsy and try to knock everything down on the way out. Take 1, and action.
I'm just gonna grab my computer, you know, a lot of nuns around.
That's nunsist.
Think about it.
Copyright infringement. Yes, I just said that in a movie. What more do you want from me?
Here, and here.
Seeing Big Show portraying a 7-foot, 500-pound wimp is not funny. I'm sorry, it's not.
I don't know about this.
Damn, it feels like about 90% of the dialogue in this movie was taken from cameramen snooping on the actors talking about the movie in private, and it ended up making the final cut.
You want to tell us where we're going, Mr. Sullivan?
Please, you can call me Eddie.
Don't call me by my surname, cliche.
Now, Walter's first match is today.
You've only discovered him like an hour or so ago, and you already got Walter booked for a match? When the hell did you do that? Also, short notice unprofessionalism.
And he's a lot bigger.
Since when the hell did Victor Sullivan meet up with Walter? I swear there are a lot of plot holes throughout this entire movie.
Let's go, Walter. Come on. Go get yourself a...
Eddie just referred to Mary as Walter. What a dumbass.
Walt, what the hell is this?
Did Eddie seriously think that Walter had fighting gear with him? No one packed any bags prior to leaving the orphanage. Hello? Pantalunatic.
Nothing below the Kishkas, you understand what I'm saying?
He's a giant. Nice. That doesn't mean he's retarded, asshole.
That guy hates Christmas.
How can anybody hate Christmas?
I do. I mean, what? Wait a minute. The ring announcer said that the bell would ring, and not once did a bell ring for this match to begin. So this match is invalid from my view. And fuck you. Hey! The rules stated that shots below the belt are illegal in this fight. The fact that this guy gets away with it is bullshit. Sneaking looks on personal belongings of others. Villain follows the protagonist around throughout the movie in an attempt to prevent them from achieving their goal, cliche. Surprised Walter hasn't destroyed the entire bed right there. Female character walks in on two male characters and catches them in an awkward position, cliche. And this movie has a lot of cliches in it. Walter is concerned about Mary seeing him in his underwear, despite the fact that he was fighting in his underwear earlier in the day.
I'm out on the road for the first time.
And a magical wall suddenly appeared behind me, too.
The engine is smoking.
Then pull over and turn off the bus. Don't just continue driving. They survived this. Bullshit. That strategy never works. Believe me, I tried. Still trying to figure out to this day what went wrong when I tried that. Drinking and driving. Sucks that the fight between Eddie and the Spanish guy was only heard and not seen. It's always fun watching Eddie get his ass kicked.
I got a business to run here.
An MMA business being run by a kid? What age are we living at here? Okay, that one got me. That was a funny scene right there. Most of the humor is cringe, but that was hilarious.
Open, somehow for...
This entire Mary and Walter snoops on Eddie's private conversation scene.
You avenge me!
We interrupt Knucklehead to bring you Spider-Man 2.
Pass through Louisville?
Walter's letter tells Henry that they passed through Louisville, Kentucky, despite the fact that they are later seen going through Kentucky itself, and thus they haven't made it through there yet. This letter must be from the future.
It means you should shut the hell up.
And it means I should turn this movie off because I am bored out of my mind of these constant arguments.
Oh, we used to be dancers.
Dance teachers.
Sorry, Mary, but yelling out that you used to be a dance teacher doesn't cover up the obvious fact that you used to be a stripper.
Oh, oh, oh.
Too much usage of the word oh.
Oh, God! Oh, jeez!
Sometimes I bet Eddie forgets about Walter's size, which I didn't think would be possible considering it's the butt of all jokes in this movie, which includes his butt. First of all, good makeover, but damn, this must have taken like several hours or maybe even a day considering Walter just got two large, heavily detailed tattoos. All good moments sadly have to be ruined by jokes. Literal bare-knuckle fighting. And you're telling me the winning prize of winning a match against the bear is only $500? That's a fucking ripoff if you ask me. Obvious fake bear is obvious. That one moment when you realize that the YouTube account Henry is logged into is actually Eddie's. So did Henry hack into Eddie's YouTube account or something? Also, looking at old school YouTube is giving me nostalgic flashbacks. Those were the days. Sucks they're not here anymore.
Hey, it says all you can eat.
Yeah, not you can eat it all.
Foreshadowing perhaps the worst scene in this entire movie. I'm just gonna add in 100 sins for the entire existence of this scene. Why did I agree to send WWE Studios films? I should have known it would lead me back here again.
Maybe not so much with the buffets for you anymore.
Or maybe not so much with this movie anymore. Earl has also hacked into Eddie's YouTube account, or is his password 1234 or something?
We believe the children are the future.
I'm surprised none of them have been thrown out of the orphanage the way this fake acting on the part of the paid wife is going, and the fact that she's reciting Whitney Houston's Greatest Love of All. Love that song.
Look what I found.
Sister Francesca allows Red Rum to grab the orphans for no reason.
Yeah, well, they certainly can't get any worse.
Why would you say that?
Hey, sweet thing.
All bikers are rapists in movies, cliche. Yep.
Testicular trauma.
Yeah.
Okay, why does everybody always have to laugh at situations involving testicles? What part of testicular trauma is funny? Hey, stop laughing, all who are watching this.
Oh, it's just a little bit, just like nutty.
Testicle puns. This song is actually awesome. I like it very much. Also, see? Told you that they never made it into Kentucky until now. That's weird. The coffee was already out of Sister Francesca's mouth before she even made a spitting noise. Also, why would you spit on a precious computer monitor?
To say thank you.
We're an hour into this movie, and I am not interested in a love story between these two. Not with only 40 minutes left.
Oh.
See? Even they don't want to go through with this love story. The bed survives this.
Never stare.
Oh.
Character says never do this and ends up doing that very thing in the next second cliche. We should really name this cliche the movie. Don't they usually reserve that character sees someone he's into in slow motion sequence when said character first lays eyes on said girl he likes?
Howdy. I'm Jiggle.
Wah wah. Damn, how did Mary recover from being wasted so quickly? It's only been like 5 or 10 minutes since she kicked Jiggles.
Thank you. You know, I know that. I know.
Skip!
Find some way to put your stuff. The fight starts in 30 minutes.
There is no way in hell someone would just let someone through to fight all just because of a couple YouTube videos.
Okay.
More awkwardness. Wait a minute, Red Rum has already made it to the finals and Walter still hasn't? Did Walter take like a 2-hour break while Red Rum went through all his fights in a row or something? Because the montage was showing otherwise. See? This montage really doesn't keep up with the correct time of when a fighter is making it to the finals. First, Red Rum already qualified for the finals, and now he's just getting there. Hot chick somehow survived that. Earl must love casually hanging out in women's bathroom to be given a random woman the "yeah, I know where I am, got a problem with it" face.
You got banned from fighting for life.
Main antagonist tells the damsel in distress that her love interest has been lying to her the whole time cliche. What guy would take a photo of himself kidnapping a kid and make it easy evidence for his arrest? That is literally the dumbest strategy I have ever seen. Earl clearly doesn't know how the kidnapping business works. You kidnap someone, you don't blatantly reveal that you kidnapped the person.
What's gonna happen? You and the other sisters, none.
Wah wah. Those two guys who stood up and started booing Red Rum likely don't realize that Red Rum is actually behind them, not in front of them.
Oh, hello.
These bathroom doors are not equipped with locks. What a devastating knee to the air. Wait, I don't normally say that for movies, do I?
Baby Huey, I got your boy here.
There was honestly no way in hell Walter would be able to hear Earl over a screaming crowd, especially when Earl was not really yelling either.
I'm just a knucklehead.
Fuck you.
AKA Surface Earl.
You see, this is why you don't send a photo of yourself kidnapping a kid. Earl was no doubt one of the worst villains I have ever seen.
AKA Hector Fran.
Oh my god, how many aliases does Earl have?
I knew you'd warm up to me. I'm incredibly charmed.
Since when did Victor have an interest with Sister Francesca when this is literally the first time they ever met? Oh, forget it, I don't fucking care anymore.
Giant cloud?
Why didn't knock himself out before